God, how do we do the intro? It's been so fucking long, I don't remember. Like, genuinely.
Go ahead and count down from 3.
I have to count?
Yeah.
I know you count. No, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again, motherfucker. You normally count, right?
No, I always tell somebody else to count.
Well, there's only 2 of us, so who you always telling to count?
All right, I told Hannah to count last time. She said, "Why me?" The same thing. Why does everybody say, "Why me"? Let's count.
I don't know. Okay.
I just want, because this is probably gonna get left in. I just want everybody to realize, like, all right, fuck it, we're not counting today because it's not gonna get cut anyway.
No,
So no count. Fuck the count.
like Count Chocula?
What I want to say is this isn't scripted. This is just bullshit because Bob doesn't want to count for some reason. I am just, it fucks my timing up. When I clap, we see that there's like a 5-second pause for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know
you
what
just
that
delete
is.
that pause when you go to edit the episode.
Right, but you just laugh at me and go, "What was that?" And I'm like,
because it's
that's
funny.
the process.
It's funny every time.
I'm just giving you a little bit of dead space to make sure it gets caught up. You know,
I was gonna count, but now that you've said I'm not counting, I guess.
nobody's counting. Clap. There it is. Good morning.
Hi, everybody.
That's how we start the podcast. We say good morning.
It's not. It is honestly the opposite of morning, but okay.
It is. We talk about that every time too.
Yeah, we never record
Remember
these in the
how we
morning.
had donuts and it was 10:30 in the morning and I said good afternoon
Yeah. I heard it.
or good night, whatever I said.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but yeah. Anywho, welcome to Lost in Louisville, a food review podcast where we try local places and let you know if it's worth your time.
But we don't eat the food on the podcast because it's gross.
Don't eat the food in the podcast.
So
I think we've been
1.
very explicit about that. We don't eat on. Well, we do eat on the podcast. Well, okay. We don't eat our meals on the podcast, but we may snack during the podcast.
This is true.
Because you caught me lacking during the fucking donut episode.
Oh yeah,
I was munching.
we were trying flavors, and we didn't mention there were 6 donuts that I forgot that I had in a separate bag.
Yeah, Hannah picked these up and went, "Whose are these?" And I was like, "Mine are over here. Those must be Cotton's." And Cotton was like, "There are 6 more donuts we haven't even tried." So
Not
funny.
all those donuts were eaten. They were tragically thrown away. There were
sucks.
just too many.
Well, you did buy every donut they had in the store.
I wanted to give them all a chance. I took a bite of each one.
I ate most of them. I really went hard on the donuts though.
Well, yeah. It's just a lot.
It was a lot.
You can only eat donuts. Oh, well, we also haven't talked about the fact that all 3 of us shit real bad.
Oh my god.
In
Yeah.
next, like 2-3 days.
You literally texted me at work. I was at work and was like, "You been shitting?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been like crapping my guts out
Yeah.
after those donuts. Like they were delicious, but oh my goodness, they messed my tummy up.
They did mess me up.
Just like what we had today messed me up.
Oh, yeah, that's going to mess you up.
It already
I'm
has
hoping-
messed me up.
I'm
by the
hoping
way.
since mine wasn't so hot, it's not going to mess me up as bad.
Let's stop leading the audience on.
I was going to say, speaking of which, we had Dakshin, which is Indian food.
Yeah, specifically the restaurant says Southern Indian food.
Well, okay. I'll just go ahead and hop into what the menu looked like. The menu, huge.
It's big.
And you can order food based off of different regions in India, which I didn't really realize there would be that much of a...
Well, India's massive, dude.
It is. I never think about how big it is. Sometimes I'm just like, it's the size of Texas.
No.
But I'm sure it's much bigger than
It's
that.
way bigger than that.
I know it's much bigger than that. But in my tiny little monkey brain, sometimes it's just like Texas. You don't get like different cuisine in northern and southern Texas. But it does make sense that there's northern and southern and eastern and western types of Indian food.
Yeah, and then at the back of it, they also had Indo-Chinese food, which was really cool.
And they just kind of said at the back of the menu as well, like, tell us what you want, we'll make it.
Yeah, they're like, if you want like some Indian dish that is not on our menu, ask and we'll make it for you, which is really, really cool.
It is really, really interesting. Also, brief intermission from talking about Dakshin. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We'll get back to Dakshin here in a second. I would like to say rest in peace to a Louisville restaurant.
Oh my.
Iroquois Pizza's dead. They're gone. Permanently closed whenever you look it up on Google. Before we went to Dakshin today, I was standing outside of Bob's door waiting for him to wake up. So I was like, instead of going to Dakshin, why don't I just check on lovely Iroquois Pizza? Because I haven't checked on them in a minute. It's been, some odd weeks. It's been an indescribable amount of time. So I'm standing outside of Bob's door, and I'm checking, and I'm looking at the comments on their Facebook. No new posts, but it said temporarily closed in the header of their Facebook before, but it said open. So I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, my gosh, they're open, finally.
So I go to the comments, hoping to see, hey, guys, they're finally open, blah, blah, blah. But the first comment that I see says, I just want to say thank you for all of the good memories, and I hope you and the team are going to do well. And I'm like, well, that doesn't bode well. So I start scrolling down and find a comment from 3 weeks ago who says it's officially closed. They've seen for sale and / lease signs on the building. What started as a 2-week venture has become never. So that hurts. I mean, that's the whole reason we started this. Is we seen that place, said we wanted to try it, didn't get to start the podcast when we wanted to. Then we tried to go there. You know, we didn't want to waste them.
Yeah.
On our test episode. That was the last time they were open. The
We
weekend that we did our test episode.
We should have just gone. We should have been like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just wing it.
We should have. I mean, that's all it is anyway, is winging it. But we didn't know it would be like this.
No, we had no idea.
So we're sorry, Iroquois Pizza. We're sorry that we couldn't come help you out. Sorry that all the hype was there, and
None of the results.
it's like edging without finishing. It's terrible.
Horrible. An awful, awful experience.
No good. Very bad time.
In light of the death of Iroquois Pizza, may they rest in peace. I forgot to ask you today, Colin.
Honorary 21. Remember, we said that. We said honorary 21.
Sure.
They're
Never
dead.
had it, but sure.
They're dead. They don't go on the board or anything. I don't know if everybody knows. We have like a 35 by 14 foot cardboard board here that we're taping pictures of the restaurants to. When they get a 21, it's empty and it takes up most of Bob's room.
Yeah, I have to live in squalor otherwise. I'm using it as actually a roof right now. It's so fucking stupid.
Soon we'll have holes in it when we start putting thumbtacks in it.
Yeah. No. I meant to ask, and I forgot, and that's my fault. Did we get lost today?
Oh, it's not your fault. We haven't gotten there yet. No, we didn't.
Well, we talked about the restaurant, so I thought maybe we should,
No, I said I was skipping forward a little bit.
Okay.
That's on me.
No, we didn't get lost. We thought we got lost.
Yeah. And then I looked over and was like,
See it.
see, the I'm trying to think of a funny Indian joke, but I just can't.
No, there's
The jewel of the Indian Sea.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. No, we thought we were lost for a while because we were on this giant straight stretch, and I was like, I feel like we've gone the distance that MapQuest has told us we should be going.
I will go the distance.
I love that movie so much. I love
that-
Hercules.
Is that Hercules? Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Disney movies.
I knew it was that or Mulan.
No, Mulan is,
I can make a man out of you.
yeah, make a man out of you.
Both really good.
Oh, yeah. I love Hades in Hercules. It's so funny. Sad he didn't get a song, but whatever.
He didn't get a song, but you know what? You can play him in Villainous.
Can you really? Oh, yeah, you can.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
My brain broke.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. I was trying to think of what we were talking about because you distracted me. We didn't get lost on the Dakshin. We
Nope.
thought we got lost. We made it.
We did.
We go inside.
It was like, oh my God, how
It was jarring.
it was smaller than the interior of Ollie's trolley.
Yes.
And then I was like, wow. There was incense burning. There were tables and a bar and a bunch of liquor, but a woman on the other side. Like,
Yeah.
the liquor was just kind of like there.
Mm-hmm. She was not behind the bar. There was a bar, and then to the left of the bar was a window.
She was in the window.
Yeah.
And then there were like booths, but there were only 3 booths. And I was like,
This is a tiny restaurant.
this is really small. And then
Yeah.
I seen a couple of doors in front of us, but I was like,
Those look like staff doors.
Exactly. They
I
looked like staff doors.
Thought it was for employees only.
And so, and when it said in and out, I assumed that was like, you go in on this side if you're carrying in plates, and you go out on this side because, people are coming out with food.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, are you dining in? And we were like, yeah. She said, well, you can come on in.
Yep.
Open the door, and it's going into fucking Narnia.
It was- It's the restaurant does not look like it should be that big.
No. It's in a little shopping mall.
Yeah, it's on like a
A
shopping
really
center.
run-down looking shopping mall.
But this place is huge in the back.
Huge. And it looked like we walked into a boat themed in Indian style.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Like wooden planks all over the wall. They were literally playing Indian TV on both the TVs in there.
It was Bollywood music is
Yeah.
what it was. It was very interesting. But the different music playing, like music videos playing on the TVs, but different music playing in
The
place
restaurant.
themselves, which was interesting.
Yeah, so we go in there, we get seated, and first of all, we look at the menu. He's correct. It's a very, very dense menu, which was nice because, like, personally, I didn't have a lot of Indian food growing up. Like, I've probably had Indian food maybe once or twice before this.
I had Indian food one time, and it was at a buffet. So
Yeah. So I really didn't know what I wanted, so having a lot of options was really, really nice. But we did get some recommendations, and I think we should mention who recommended we go to this place.
yeah, he who shall not be named.
He who shall not be named recommended that we eat at this place because he loves Indian food. It's one of his favorite things. So he was like, go here. I like this place. We'll try it. We sit down at the booth, and first thing I pick up on, Cotton, and I don't know if you caught this, that we have, like, fine china. Like, did you just see the fucking plates they gave us? They were nice.
They were nice plates.
Like, I was not expecting, because, like, anytime you go to any other sit-down place, it doesn't feel like nice plates. But they were nice plates. They
They
are,
were
like,
nice plates.
decorated.
And then they set out metal bowls when we actually
Okay.
got our food. You're like, that was
That was nice.
interesting.
Do we want to talk about what they gave us for chips?
Dude, I thought it was skin.
Yeah, Cotton thought we were eating skin, which was interesting.
I said it was like a pork rind.
No, it wasn't.
It
It wasn't
reminded
nearly
me-
crunchy enough for it to be a pork rind.
No, but that's why I said it's some kind of skin.
Definitely not skin. I looked it
It
up.
was mashed lentils.
It's fried lentils. Yeah, they're like these fried lentil chips with two different kinds of sauces, and then I think those are pickled onions.
They were for sure pickled onions. I tried them. You didn't eat them.
Yeah, I don't like onions very much, or
Well-
pickles for that matter.
I thought they were like cut up red chilies, and I thought it was gonna be a nice little, sweet, spicy thing.
Yeah,
I scooped it up, put it in my mouth. I took a bite, and I was like, "That's nice pickle flavor and onion."
nice. There was a green sauce and then a brown sauce.
Couldn't tell you what that green sauce was. Something in my heart tells me it's like a tomatillo crema, but that doesn't sound Indian to me.
No, and it didn't taste like that either.
Very slightly. Like
Maybe,
there was a dairy product in it.
for sure.
There was a green something in it.
It was kind of minty, maybe a little,
Very slightly.
very slightly.
Not cilantro. We know that. 'Cause
No,
that tastes like soap apparently.
Oh, so God, I hate cilantro so much. It tastes like soap. And I didn't realize it was in all the rice whenever we ordered. So when I got it, I was like, this has ruined my night. Not that, we'll talk about it.
Jesus.
So we got that.
Yep.
I actually like the chips. They're kind of like, they're airy in a nice way
Mm-hmm.
and kind of light. It's not the texture you expect.
Ah, shit. What are the name of those potato chips?
Munchos.
Yeah, the red one, the red bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the same texture, but more fluffy,
a little bit.
which is really, because when you look at them, you think, oh, this would be like a tortilla chip. It is not.
It is not. It is a different consistency.
It is completely different. So I was surprised when I stuck it in my mouth. So we got those. Those just came. Like, she just gave those to us. Like, those were on the table when we got there. She asked if we wanted any bread. And I was like, because we didn't really know what kind of bread they were going to give us.
Right. You go to a restaurant and they give you rolls. I
Yeah.
assume maybe they'll just put naan bread on the table, which is what happened.
Yeah.
But
Because she was like, well, what kind of bread do you guys want? And we just went, And Con said, whatever you think, like, we'd like. Like, what do you recommend? Because we've never been here before. And she was like, okay. So she brought us garlic naan. That shit was so good.
mm-hmm.
Like, so good that I took 2 pieces home with me in my to-go box.
Yep.
So garlicky, so soft, delicious, buttery in, like, the best way. Awesome.
Really garlicky, and in the good way.
Yeah, it was almost raw garlic
Yeah.
mixed with, like, baked garlic. It was a very, very, it was very good.
It was interesting.
And then for the table, we got samosas as an appetizer.
Lamb
Yeah,
samosas.
because I didn't know if I wanted to get meatless or meat samosas, because I know a lot of people get the potato one because it's vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
But I got lamb samosas. Also really fucking good. Like, holy crap.
I agree.
I don't know what the pastry is on the outside, but it was like really good. It was nice and crunchy, but also soft on the inside.
It
And
was seasoned very well.
so basically all it is a pastry wrapped around some lamb that's full of spices, and there were peas in mine. I don't know if you had vegetables in yours
Yeah,
at all.
there were peas in there.
With peas, and it's like a super spiced lamb.
Uh-huh.
It is so flavor packed and delicious.
Definitely lots of ginger and turmeric in it.
Oh yeah, and there were potatoes and stuff in there too to kind of break it up.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very delicious.
Very good.
I'm only talking about all these things because the actual food that we got was two different things.
Yeah.
These are the things we ate together.
Uh-huh. And we kind of usually don't take the appetizers and stuff into account. You know, 'cause the whole thing goes into the experience. And I'm totally fine with, like, talking about together and sharing our feelings right away
Yeah.
with stuff like that. Because that's just easy.
I will say the server lady was really nice. She was super helpful.
Yeah.
I had good service. I didn't have a problem. I left a pretty good tip.
No problem.
I think it was just... Well, actually, no. There was one other person in the restaurant. I was about to say, I think she was the only one serving, but there was one other person that was running
And there was a
stuff
guy
back
that
and
was
forth.
running just, like, the little chips out.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him. So, yeah, more than one person. When I first got there, I was worried it was going to be one of those like a rubby situation where it was one person in that giant-ass dining room.
There were two people there, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was worried it was going to be like that, but it wasn't.
Yeah. But yeah, it was weird, you know, like the whole Narnia experience definitely it made it feel magical. It made
it did. It was so weird because we walked in and I was like, "Oh, this is like a small place. Like we'll just sit over in one of these booths. It's fine, whatever." And then she said you could come through the doors and I was like, "Doors? Oh no." Like what?
mind blown.
Yeah, basically.
But it was good.
It was good. I had an overall solid experience.
I did too. Just like the general feel of the place was really, really nice.
And I don't know if this means anything, but we came in. We were the first people to come in because they open at 5:30. We probably walked in at like 5:32.
Yep.
Like 5:33. Like not long after they opened for dinner service. And we get there, and then behind us come in people, and then behind them was like I don't know
A
group
party of 9.
a party of 9. Like Indian people, and I went, "Oh, this is how we know we're at a good Indian place."
Yep.
Like actual Indian people are coming here to eat,
Uh-huh.
and it delivered. It was really good.
To be determined.
Well, yeah, you haven't put anything out there yet. So I guess let's get into what we got. Because do you remember what you got at all? Because we got in the car and you said I forgot.
Well, we were at the table and I was waiting for my food to come, and I said I didn't remember what it was called.
Do you have your check?
I do. That's what I was
Okay.
pulling my receipt out for.
Yeah.
Check, please. I know it's called something. It was goat. I know it was goat. I had goat korma.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you got. Okay.
Korma.
Oh, and to preface, everything that we got comes with rice, and then there's like your meats and your sauce and your vegetables go on top of the rice. Did you just fucking fart?
I did. And
You're
it was almost
foul.
dangerous.
You are a foul, foul man.
It was almost dangerous. At the end of it, I felt it.
Oh, gross. We're not going to get into farting right now on the podcast. We'll talk about that later because you have a problem.
Hold up. You don't know about my problems.
Yeah, we literally talked about it on the car ride home.
Well, I talked about it. You don't know about my problems, though.
You literally told me that Hannah makes you get up and leave the room when you have to fart because they stink so bad.
Well, yeah, but she's got a pregnant nose, so you don't know if it's actually that bad.
No, come on. Come on, bud. I know they're that bad. You don't act like I don't know. I know. So you got the goat korma.
Yep.
And then I got the lamb vindaloo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we want to talk about the food yet, but it's sitting in front of me, and I'm enticed.
To eat more?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Are you really ready to go into the food?
Well, I'm ready to eat more of the food. I'm sitting here looking at it, waiting to pop it open and take a spoonful.
I don't have anything to say about the past few weeks other than, so found out it's a boy,
Oh, are you gonna? Oh God.
which
Yeah.
would be interesting. So I'm gonna have a son. There was no hiding it. Trust me. I'll show you the picture later.
You're not gonna tell them why you know it's a boy.
I mean, balls out. Plain and simple. That's what it was. He was showing. He said, ass up, balls out. Here I am.
God.
That's my son. Um,
Oh, I just thought it was funny because we were in the car and you just would not shut up about how his ass was up and his balls were out.
but I thought it was funny.
It was funny. That's why I wanted you to talk about it.
So then, the day this episode comes out, I will be getting married. Also, happy birthday, Mason. It is no longer your birthday. Nobody will ever think of it as your birthday. It'll be my wedding anniversary.
That's so fucking funny. Fuck you, Mason, even though I know you don't listen to this podcast.
Guarantee he doesn't listen to it. But you know what? He who shall not be named will laugh at that.
That's true.
I know I didn't tell anybody. You might tell people by time this episode comes
He
out.
who shall not be named's brother will also laugh at that.
True.
He will think that's very funny.
He who shall not be named sister may also laugh at that.
Yeah.
If you haven't figured out who that is yet, just know that it's either your brother or
Your
brother.
sister.
No. You may be the sister of that person.
Oh, sure.
So
It's either one of your brothers. Figure it out.
Yep. Can you guess which one? Is it the big one or the little one?
Only we think this is funny.
They might find it funny.
Oh my God, no. Wait, hold on. So you were talking. So, fuck Mason's birthday. It's now your wedding anniversary.
Yep. Like I said, I know I haven't told anybody, but you'll find out on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll also send a message and be like, well, it's official.
Yeah. You sent me a meat update. I completely forgot about this.
Yes.
I don't know when you sent this to me. It was a while ago.
It's still there, and it's getting whiter by the day.
Whiter?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's so gross, man. Are you really just gonna leave it and just see what happens?
Well, at this point, I couldn't be charged legally for it, so I'm just kind of holding it as a
What,
science
statute of
experiment.
limitations or some shit?
Well, we're gonna say that. I'm gonna feign ignorance. There is no documentation. I'm not recorded saying anywhere that I did anything wrong with this meat.
You got street meat.
At this point, I'm just airing it out. You know, if anybody says anything,
Airing out your street meat.
you know, if
my
either of my
God.
parents decide to yell at me because they listen to this podcast, don't yell at me. It's funny.
Don't yell at me.
And I can
it's
see
funny.
it. It's in a controlled environment. It's not on the ground. Animals aren't pecking at it.
I mean,
And nobody goes there. It's an abandoned parking lot.
at least you didn't spill a metric fuck ton of dog food behind your house.
I know.
It's so fucking tragic.
I was walking up to Bob's house today, and as I'm getting to the back gate, I just see a sea of what looks like lava rock all over the ground. I went, oh, well, there's Piper's dog food. What happened there? And I get inside, and I told him I seen the tragedy, and he didn't even miss a beat. He was just like, yeah, man, drop the dog food.
I messed up my back. So I came home from the grocery one morning after work, and I threw the dog food over my left side. And this particular day, this was the last bag of the dog food that I buy her, like the brand.
Mm-hmm.
So there was an extra bag attached to the bottom of the bag. I guess from where, like, the company had, like, accidentally attached an extra bag and just didn't rip it off. Whatever, I don't care. So I throw it over my left shoulder because my right side hurts. Right side of my back. And as soon as I, like, throw it up there and grab it to stop it from completely going over the edge, I grab the extra bag. It instantly rips. And then dog food goes everywhere. Cotton saw how bad it was now. It was so much worse because I spilled that dog food like 4 or 5 days ago. And I scooped up as much as I could back into the bag. And then I got down to where I was getting twigs, and I went, well, I'm not going to feed my dog twigs. So I'm just going to, like, clean up what I
It's
can.
just really spread out and, like, spread into the gravel.
Yeah, it's a mess. It sucks. But look at her. She's happy. She's been eating. So,
She was eating gum.
That's true. She found, I don't know where she got a stick of gum from, but she had it in her mouth.
That was definitely
got
more
it.
than a stick. That was like 5 sticks of gum more than
I don't
gum.
even have any gum in here.
I couldn't tell you. I didn't have gum in here either.
Who's been in my room? Ben. Ben always has gum.
That's possible.
Has Ben been giving my dog gum?
Ben dropping his gum on the floor?
I didn't think so, but maybe. Whatever.
It happens. Ben, pick up
does
after
happen.
yourself.
I'll tell him that tomorrow when I see him. Like, Ben, pick up your shit. Quit dropping things in my house.
Oh, man. Other than that, work's been work.
Yeah, work's been okay.
Been
Has
training.
awful.
Been dealing with people.
Yeah, it's interesting. So you're a trainer now?
Well, I mean, anybody that's been there for more than 90 days can train.
Oh,
It's just
really?
that they trust you enough to do it.
Mm.
So, yeah, I mean, they're like, you're a solid worker. Just have you, show people some ropes. It's not too hard to train. On the busier days, they're like eyes wide and freaking out. But, basically, I'm a therapist just walking you through the steps. That's what it feels like. It's just like, okay,
God.
just breathe. Everything's fine. And then they mess something up, and they're like, oh, my God, I don't want it to fall back on you. I'm like, look, if anything really bad happens, yeah, it'll fall back on me, but that's because, I wasn't, holding your hand like a baby. It's day 3, bro. Take a breath. You'll be all right. I promise. Nobody's going to yell at me. I said, and especially nobody's going to yell at me. My supervisors really like me.
See, what's whack about my job is, like, when you join, so, like, what I do, I'm, like, a step above just being any other schmuck in the place, right? They train you for doing the schmuck job.
Yep.
When you get to my position, they just kind of throw you out there and go, someone will show you how to do it.
Uh-huh.
That's what He Who Shall Not Be Named. He Who Shall Not Be Named had to take me under his wing, completely unsupervised, and train me on how to do my job. Because he'd been doing it, like, I don't know how long, maybe a year before I joined and started doing it.
Jesus Christ.
It was fucking wild for the first, 2 weeks, not having a trainer and just kind of having to wing it.
I'm really pissed off with Pepsi.
Oh, hold on, why? Why are you
I
mad
keep
at
looking
Pepsi?
at this stupid-ass Starry box down here.
Oh, my God. Jesus
and-
Christ.
Who wants to open a Starry? Nobody. Who wants to chill out with a nice, cool Sierra Mist?
Nobody. Nobody wants either of those. Piper,
Me.
you can't eat the
I like
Indian
Sierra
food.
Mist.
Then you'll like Starry. It's the same thing.
That's what pisses me off. Why
So-
not update the logo like Sprite did? They didn't change Sprite to Star Piss.
Star piss. So, why he's mad about this? Not why he's mad about it. Why he's mentioning this
It
is...
looks stupid because I'm staring at a box of it underneath this table.
Yeah, I have a cardboard box from where I emptied a box. Because, okay. Preface this. I had a bunch of people over last weekend. So, I bought a bunch of soda for the fridge upstairs for them to drink while they were at my house.
Of course. Good host.
Yeah. And after everyone left, I took what was remaining of the soda, put it in the box, and then brought it down to my mini fridge and put it in my mini fridge for myself. Because, no one was going to drink it.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to the grocery to get drinks, I saw that there was a new soda I'd never seen before called Starry. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this thing. Turns out, it's just fucking Sierra Mist in a different bottle. It's the same shit. They don't make Sierra Mist anymore.
That's why it pissed me off. I seen that this was coming out. I didn't know it was already out. But I seen that it was coming out. I seen they were discontinuing Sierra Mist.
I thought it was going to be different. I thought it was going to have some different flavor profile. No. Same
I can't
shit.
believe that you're saying it doesn't.
No, it tastes the exact fucking same.
When was the last time you had a Sierra Mist?
Oh, not that long before that because I ordered pizza and I got a 2-liter Sierra Mist with it.
Well, fair.
Because, yeah,
I like Sierra Mist more than Sprite.
okay.
McDonald's Sprite is the exception.
That's fair. McDonald's Sprite does slap. I think I like Sprite more, but that's because I'm not. I think Sierra Mist is more lemon lime forward.
That's
Sprite
what I want.
is more carbonated and
I don't want that.
see, I like carbonation.
I don't.
I love sparkling water. It's one of my favorite
Yeah, I
things.
hate it.
Jesse has a carbonator upstairs, and I carbonate water all the time and add flavor to
A
it. and
soda
drink it.
stream? I
Yeah.
have one of those.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The only good thing Amazon ever did for me was give me a soda stream.
The only thing Amazon ever did good for me was give you money to
Fire
buy me
you.
boots.
Fire you.
They didn't even fire me. I just left.
Then they fired you.
Well, they eventually fired me. Sure.
Exactly.
They didn't fire me for a while. I don't know. I don't even know if they fired Jesse yet. He might still be working
He
there.
might
somehow.
still be employed.
He hasn't
wouldn't
worked
be
there in 2
surprised.
years. That was so fucking funny when he was like, "Yeah, they sent me a thing, wondering where I was." He was like, "I haven't worked there in 3 months, so
Yep.
I don't know why I'm still employed." This is very, very good.
place deserves to burn. Fuck you, Jeff Bezos.
I didn't. Well, my job sucked, but if I had stayed in the back, I probably would have been okay.
Maybe. Until they dissolved it.
Yeah.
Wasn't a thing anymore. Whatever. Won't complain about it too much. Let's get back to the food.
If you
We're
can't
just
tell,
ranting about bad stuff now.
Yeah, we're just ranting. Can I talk about this? So we got
Oh, the curse on the box?
not the curse.
The
Come
curse.
on,
It's a
don't
curse.
be mean. No, it's not a
No, no, no,
curse.
No. I almost said a racial slur by accident. No. It was okay. It was a quote from Clerks.
I've never seen
All right.
Clerks.
Well, Clerks is hilarious, but it's a quote from Clerks 2, actually.
Oh, my bad.
Well, no. It is your bad. Look, I'm taking it back. Some people get that reference. Maybe they won't. My dad will. No, I was thinking of something. That's a Jewish phrase. Just to clarify, it was almost a Jewish slur.
I okay.
Because I said curse, somebody will put it together. Somebody will figure it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully Trent doesn't hear that. I wanted to talk about, so, whenever...
Say what it says on the box.
Well, let me get to that, you fucker. Jesus. Normally when we had a bunch of food left over, so of course we got boxes, because I wasn't going to leave any of this stuff behind. It was delicious. We got our, styrofoam takeout containers, and I was like, oh, these look normal. And then I closed the lid. Dakshin has, custom, plastic stickers that they stick on the top of their to-go boxes.
Yeah.
That have that say Dakshin and have pictures of the food and stuff. It's a really customized little thing. Now, what Cotton's referring to is the curse on the top of the box.
See? Curse.
It's not a curse. It's
a curse.
He's being difficult. It says in quotes under Dakshin Indian restaurant, "Try us once and be ours forever." That's a curse.
That's a threat.
That's not a threat. No, that's a request. And I think
It's not a request.
No, I think they're requesting that I do that, and I think I'm going to oblige. Yes. This is my new place. I like it. I'm theirs forever, Cotton. Sorry.
It sounds like it's asking you to become part of a hive mind, like you're trying to give up your own sanity to join this place.
Wouldn't
like
you?
A cult.
Wouldn't you do that?
No.
Not even for all the garlic naan you could want?
Absolutely not.
Wow. You're stronger willed than I.
Yeah. Well, for some things apparently.
Holy shit.
Some people would pick up on that joke too.
Yeah, that's funny.
Anyway,
do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? I don't remember how we do this.
I usually go first. It doesn't really matter. You always ask. I always say, I don't know. You licking the sauce up off the side of your container.
Shut up. Oh, it tastes like soap. There was cilantro in there.
Oh my god. Cilantro does not taste like soap.
Yes, it does, fucker. What was that? You didn't even insult me. You just made dumb noises.
Well, that's all it takes.
Okay.
Oh god. Okay. So I've forgotten what the name of my food was again.
It's on the receipt.
But I've already put back away.
Goat korma.
Korma. Yep. Goat korma. It was baby shit yellow.
It was, yeah, it looked kind of like yellow curry.
Yeah.
Almost.
So it scared me at first.
That's true. You got the food and you look concerned.
And I didn't know what to expect. And I seen little pieces sticking up out of it. It was like, what the hell is that? So I touched one of the pieces with a spoon. Because I spooned some rice on the plate. I was going to spoon some of it on the plate. I touched one of the pieces, and there was a tink. And I went, oh, shit. Bitch was filled with bones.
Yeah. Had a bunch of bones in it.
Whole bunch of bones. So many bones. I pulled out all these little tiny bones that were like, I don't know, 1/2 inch wide, 1.5 inches, 2 inches long. I was like, okay, that's not too bad. Then I go to scoop, and I hear tink again, but it was real solid. And I'm like, this is meat. What the hell? So I start scraping meat off now. I will say, real tender because meat fell directly off the bone.
I watched it happen.
There was no fighting for this meat to come off of the bone. So I grab the tip of this and pull out, I don't know, maybe 3 sections of a spine.
It was like a baseball sized fucking chunk of bone.
It was literally 3 segments of a spine. that I was scraping meat off of, and that wasn't the only one.
No.
There were plenty of other odd-shaped pieces of bone that I was scraping meat off of. But I will say that's probably some of the best goat I've ever eaten in my entire life.
I've never had goat
Goat's
before.
Good. Goat's good. It was extremely tender, extremely well seasoned. I can shit on American food all day. I can be
Yeah.
like, okay, the cheeseburger didn't have the right amount of seasoning of this. It didn't have this. This cheese was bad. I can tell you there was ginger and turmeric in what I ate, and that was it. I don't know what the rest of it was. I don't know what they seasoned anything with. I don't know anything about it. All I know is it tasted incredible. It was a savory, sweet flavor, and it wasn't really spicy. There was just like a very, very, very small hint of spice on the back end of everything that just was a good finisher to the palate, you know. And it carried well on top of the jasmine rice, and I don't think cilantro tastes like soap. I think it tastes like basically nothing.
Soapy.
But yeah, it was just all around very, very, very solid. I enjoyed it, like, quite honestly, and I didn't expect to.
Really?
I didn't care for Indian food the last time I had it, but that was because it was a buffet.
Yeah, well, if you talk to Ben, that's the best kind of Indian food is buffet Indian food.
My
That's the way
mom's
Ben
all about it.
Yeah, Ben loves that shit too. Which, like, I get it. Because, honestly, I could totally see with what I got today. If that were on a buffet, I would get that all the time. Delicious. If, like, you just walk up, scoop some rice, scoop some stuff on top. Awesome. So, are you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, okay, and then the skoma, is that what it was?
What?
The shit we had-
Samosas?
Samosa.
Yeah.
I fuck. All kinds of crazy names, different language. The samosas also really, really good.
Oh my God,
I
so
enjoyed
good.
those very much.
It was so densely packed with spice and flavor.
It was so densely packed with meat.
That too.
There was so much meat there. It was like
They were
just-
huge, man. I didn't
they were
expect it to be
really
that big.
I mean, yeah, huge. So eating that and then only eating like a plate full of that food and having, you know, literally a whole metal bowl worth of fucking sauce left.
Yeah, man. I mean, I had so much, like, hold on. Look at how full this is.
Oh my God.
And I have 2 pieces of garlic naan in there, too. Crazy. So, I got I don't know if I already said this on on recording, but I can't remember. He who should not be named gave me some recommendations because I've never really had Indian food at a restaurant like I got it myself. So, he recommended that I try the lamb vindaloo. He's also the reason we got samosas and the garlic naan because the garlic naan was the server, like, asked if we wanted bread.
True.
But the samosas were him. I got the lamb vindaloo, and he warned me. He was like, they're going to ask you if you like it spicy. And he'll tell you this himself if we ever have him on the show. He's not a spice rat. He's not a spice mouse. He's a spice man. He loves spicy food. It's his favorite thing. Like, he'll cook for other people, and they'll be like, this is fucking hot. And he's like, I can barely even taste that.
Yep.
But I stay on his level usually. Like,
Me
when
too.
we eat spicy food. Like, he'll cook, like, curry at the house, and I'll
Uh-huh.
eat it, and it's delicious. It's hot, but it's good. He was like, their lamb vindaloo is almost too much for me. You should, like, be careful if you get it normal spicy, but that's the way I like it. So I was like, okay. I order it, and the lady goes, it's spicy. Are you sure you want it spicy, spicy? She was like, yeah. I was like, yes. I want it as hot as you normally give it. It got there. First of all, it was, like, hot. Like, steam coming off of the thing. Like, temperature-wise, everything was hot when it came out.
Everything when it came out was literally steaming for minutes.
We had to wait to eat the samosas because we both took a bite and realized that was a mistake because they were too hot.
No. You took a bite and had to wait. I took a bite and looked at you and laughed and continued to eat.
It's true. So they bring it out, and we already have the naan. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dip some naan in my sauce to see how spicy it is.
Did your dog just rip a piece of your door off and jump onto the bed with it?
Yeah, she's eating it. What the fuck?
I heard shh, and then I seen her gremlining away. Well, we got it from her.
Yeah, what a fucking weirdo. That's why I can't have nice things. This fucker. This little
I thought the
fucking...
hole was getting bigger.
It is. You're right. I noticed it the other day. Anyway,
Quit, you little fiend.
I dip my naan in the red sauce of my lamb vindaloo, and I eat it, and I'm like, okay, that's not so spicy. Like, that's okay. Like, I don't know why people said that. And then it started to build, and it built, and I took a bite of the rice with the lamb and everything. God bless, it was hot, but it's delicious. It's so, it almost, I don't know how to describe it other than it's kind of like a curry.
Yeah.
It's hot, but it's tangy. The meat was delicious. There are chunks of onion and tomato, which I'm not really a fan of, like tomato, like chunks of tomato like that.
Way more tomatoey than a curry.
Way more tomatoey than a curry. But I really, really liked it. I thought it was, I think if you like spicy food, it's a good hot. Like, it's not too hot. But if you don't like spicy food, stay away. It'll destroy
Hannah would
you.
have died with either of the things we had today.
Yeah. Which, I don't even think yours was hot. Yours was just kind of...
Like I said, it had a spice on the back end, but
Yeah.
nothing like the Vindaloo.
No, nothing like it. So I think that brings us to what we want to rate these things.
Yeah.
I want to know what you think, because I have an idea.
You always ask what I want first.
You
I'm
want me
going
to
to need you to go first today, because I'm still trying to settle on a number.
Okay. And I will say my scale is being skewed because I have not tried a bunch of different Indian restaurants, so I have no way to compare this to other places in town.
See, I'm not comparing it to Indian. I'm comparing it to just food in general.
That's
my
what I'm.
taste.
Yeah, same. 19.
19, huh?
Yeah, I thought it was really fucking good.
Wow.
I want to know what you thought.
That's not what I expected to come out of your mouth.
Really?
I knew you thought it was good. I didn't think you think it was 19.
No, dude. Like, I
good.
could eat this whole thing right now.
The only reason is I don't like to punish myself all that often, and I know I'm going to be going to the bathroom today.
I already shit
I'm
my guts out
already
once.
sorry for my trainee. Like, you're going to be alone for a minute. I'm going to go to the bathroom. At least it's not the guy I've been training for his first 2 days, and this will be his third day. I'll be training a different guy today, and he's almost done with his 2 weeks. So
he at least knows what's going on.
He's been running off on his own anyway, so like a minute or two by himself while I'm in the bathroom will be fine. Oh, man. Just based off of taste and the experience, it all goes into it. Man, I'm going to say, before I give my rating,
Okay.
Louisville has not disappointed me yet.
I've not been. Well, okay. I have not
Rubby's
been.
was the biggest disappointment, but we've learned some more stuff about that place.
We've learned some details about Rubby's that are making us want to revisit soon, maybe.
Yeah.
Rubby's round 2, if you will.
Uh-huh.
But we'll talk about that when we get there.
But Louisville hasn't really disappointed me.
No.
The food that everywhere has is just fine, if not incredible.
Yeah, I've not had bad food yet.
No. I've
all the
not
food
been
I've had has been
sad.
pretty good.
And how many times do I go to a chain restaurant and my pregnant wife go, fuck, or scream, or hate something and get angry and cry, or me be like, well, shit, I don't have this, or fuck, I don't have that. Ah,
Yep.
man, it's messed up. Oh, it's messed up. Every time it's messed up. We don't have that problem.
Nope. Absolutely no problem.
And it's so much cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
Just cost a little bit of your time. Stop being
Oh, yeah.
so lazy, everybody. Like, Jesus Christ. Get up, go out, do something. It's great. Like, I can't tell you
Honestly,
how much of a good time it is to go every 2 weeks and just spend some time with my boy here.
yeah, it's nice. It's an excuse for us to hang out and also record a show.
Uh-huh.
It's great. I will say, if you want an experience, I think going to Dakshin is an experience because of the Narnia doors.
Yeah, I was literally about to say just because of Narnia.
It's awesome.
All right. I stalled with my number long enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that I have to give it a solid 17.
Okay. So what's that put us at 18? Right? Am I good? Am I doing the average correctly? Or am I dumb?
It should put us, yeah. Yeah, it should put us 18.
A pretty good overall score. And we haven't even talked about, this is something I didn't even think about. This place was not that expensive.
No.
I was worried it would be really expensive.
$15 for pretty much every entree.
Yeah.
Like $6 for an appetizer, $3 for bread.
Yeah, I mean, you can get, oh, we didn't think about this.
And just get water.
You get water, or they have a pretty good wine selection, it looked like. And also, they have Indian beer that they import, which is so cool.
They have a bunch of different types of beer, a bunch of different types of imported beer, and then Indian beer.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. So, if you're interested in that, good place to try it. I only paid $25, and I paid for both the appetizers, so that was the naan and the samosas and my food.
Yep.
That's not bad at all.
No.
And also, there's so much food, I'm probably going to eat on this at least 2 more times.
Yeah, dude. I mean, even with all the bone in mind, there was still so much.
Like they give you so much rice.
It was hard to put my spoon into the thing without it wanting to spill over the
Yeah,
sides.
I thought I was gonna make a mess. I did kind of make a mess, but
I made a mess of my napkin.
yeah, cleaned it up at least. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap the show up?
I don't think so. I just want to say again, we're sorry we didn't get to try Iroquois Pizza. Iroquois Pizza, everyone that worked there, I hope you all, figure your stuff out. I know you probably won't ever hear this, but, at least we put it out there, saying something about you. Thank you for sparking the idea for this podcast, even though, you never got to be on it. Maybe one day you'll open back up, open your doors to us again. It won't say permanently closed. I don't know what happened, but I'm sorry to hear it.
Yeah, it's really sad to hear, man. I hate when seeing a local place go under like that.
And it's kind of the point of the show is we don't want stuff like that to happen because I feel like it's happening more and more.
It is.
All these places closing down because, nobody wants to go there or, it's just easy to commercialize nowadays.
Yeah.
And that's just not always what you want. I seen something the other day. I was trying to look at a different food place. I was looking it up and I was just trying to figure out a place for Hannah and I to go to breakfast and looking at good breakfast places. And one of the places was in Louisville that I recommended. I was like, I'm not driving across the bridge, but it said it was number 2 out of the 1,800 and something family-owned restaurants in just Louisville.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, I guess that's going to go on the list. Do I remember the name? No, but it's easy to look up.
Yeah. Dude, what's that name of that place your dad recommended? What was it, Kern's Corner?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I want to try that. That seems really good.
Yeah, that does. It seems very interesting because you said
I love getting
chili and
recommendations
something
from
else.
people. It's
Absolutely.
so fun.
Keep doing it. Keep giving us recommendations.
He wish I might be named. Thank you for the recommendation. It was delicious.
Yes, thank you
and
for today.
It was very good.
We might go again at some point because it was good. Just to try some other stuff. The menu was so large.
I know.
And I think we both got somewhere from what, northern, southern.
I think north because I was on the first page.
Yeah, I thought so. I think it's both north. Might try a different region next time.
I want to try some of their Indo-Chinese food.
Yeah, I mean, there are options, and to know that we have at least 1,800 episodes that we get to film before we run out of stuff, and that's not including traveling over to Indiana or the outer reaches of Louisville.
Oh yeah,
Jesus,
it's real cool.
The list goes on. Just let us know which ones you want to do and what order.
Yeah,
and we'll try to get there as soon as possible.
We
got
try.
Got a couple recommendations.
We do. I want to go to a couple.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about. They all sound really good.
So, leave a comment. Send us a private message. Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you got to do. Kara at work likes to tell me somewhere every other day, and I keep telling her, you know what? You need to chill out, woman. So I've told her to hold her horses for the minute.
We already have such a long list of places to go.
Oh my god, and I can't just go every episode. Thank you, Kara.
Yeah.
Just can't.
Anyway, I think that wraps up this episode in Lost Louisville.
I think it does.
I hope you have a good, nice 2-week break from us. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a new place.
Yes, we will. Always in 2 weeks. Never a gap. Never miss an episode.
Never happened. Hasn't. Nope.
I don't know why you'd say it hasn't happened. Obviously, they know it hasn't happened.
Yeah, of course it hasn't happened.
Because they can look
and see there's no gaps in episode releases.
Nope.
We'll see you in 2 weeks, everybody.
We will see you in 2 weeks. Leave a like, subscribe, say hi.
Yeah, say
whatever
hi.
you want. Just interact with us.
Yeah, if you want
to
to know
anything you want to fix, other than Bob saying the F word, that ain't gonna stop.
Listen, man, I didn't want to talk about that on the show because I didn't want to start no beef. If you want updates on the show, follow us on Twitter, Lost_Louisville. It's where I post when every episode goes up. I post it there.
On my private Facebook, on my personal Facebook, I repost it and post a link. So if you have me on there and you're coming from there, leave a like on that too. Who cares?
Yeah. And if you want people to listen to us ramble for, an hour or so about random bullcrap every week, share it. If you think we're funny, fucking show people.
I quite honestly just want to know who's listening.
Yeah, I'm really curious because I don't know where these views are coming from. Because I know it's not my parents.
If it starts walling out and going crazy, I don't need to know every single person that's listening. But, for now, I just want to know who was here to support us in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I know I know one who's very funny.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I think that's it. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Good night.